Hello again, everybody. For those who don't know me, I'm Lucy Aitken-Reid. I live in New Zealand with my family, my partner Tim, and my two children, Ramona, who is 14, and Juno, who is 12, who have never been to school. I'm the founder of the Disco Unschooling course. Over 1,000 parents from across the world have now taken this course, and the doors are open. We actually begin next week. I had some lovely responses to my recent update video, and one of the common themes was wondering what our kids are up to, Ramona and Juno, if they are still unschooling. So I thought I'd just do a little bit of a look into what their days are like as two kids who have never been to school. They really have quite different lives now, which is kind of what happens when you give your children total autonomy to bloom into who they are. They kind of end up creating a life that is very unique to them. So we no longer live off grid. We lived off grid in yurts for 8 years on a piece of land with other families. And these days we live by the sea in kind of a normal house, which is a bit weird. And when we first moved here, there were loads of homeschoolers here. So both of the girls had very busy lives. And then, as what often happens, a lot of the teenagers last year, basically, they all ended up going to school apart from just one and Ramona. So our 14-year-old Ramona doesn't have anything local that she does whatsoever. She is just the director of her everyday. Every now and then we'll talk about school and she'll be like, I'm not close to the idea of going to school. But then she has a think about it and contemplates what her days are like now and the beautiful life that she has. And she doesn't really feel like she wants to sacrifice that. Ramona has always been like super autonomous and super sovereign. And I guess both of us have an understanding that going to school and kind of being coerced or required to do certain stuff that you're not interested in is probably not going to be a great fit for her. She absolutely loves playing guitar. She's taught herself how to sing and play and spends quite a bit of time doing that. She also has taught herself to crochet and she does a ton of that. She's also really into mountain biking. So her and Tim will often, almost every day, do a big mountain bike mission. And she's really into books, especially audiobooks. Her and Tim also sit down and are currently reading the Hunger Games together. There's a little bit of father-daughter time, and then she often tags along with me with all sorts of the random missions that I'm doing, whether that's foraging for mushrooms or doing like weird city stuff. She just really enjoys our company. She also spends loads of time not with us, like whole weeks at a time. She'll be visiting her best friends who don't live in this town. So she's really got two besties who both live quite far away, one of them on an island. So when she flies over there, she'll stay for a month with our very dear friends and her best friend. And then when she comes back, she'll bring that best friend with her. So yeah, either we have Ramona alone or very often Ramona with her best friend. It's honestly not the life we imagined for Ramona. She's so social, and we truly imagined that she would have a massive gang of people surrounding her every day. But that is just not how it's worked out. And when we check in with her, she says that she really enjoys her life and that her needs are getting met. For me, it's really important that Ramona just knows that we would support her in absolutely anything. So that is a message that we're just getting through to her and supporting, whether that is going skating with her, giving her opportunities to drive, or other opportunities. We've just created a camp together here in our local town that's just for teens because that's something that she was really interested in making happen. So that kind of thing. And then Juno, our 12-year-old, her life is a little bit more as I imagined it to go, really. She's got loads of friends who are her age who aren't at school. By loads, let's say about three. But she basically has constantly someone over or is over there playing and having fun. She's got loads of interest. She loves Fortnite. She saved up and bought herself a Switch, and she's got a little gang of buddies that she plays Fortnite with. She's amazingly crafty and arty, so does a bit of that. And she loves football too, so gets a bit of soccer in. She spends 3 mornings a week with a dear friend doing kind of writing and reading and math stuff, kind of sitting down and doing that because she just wanted to do that. She wanted to get very adept at that, which is something Ramona's not really asked for to do a lot of sit down work. So Juno does that 3 mornings a week. And then she also has an art day in a yurt with a few other 12-year-old girls. And then she also goes to a bush school on Friday where they make a lot of fires, do archery, classic bush skill stuff. She is still so in the mode of playing and imagination, which is really cool to see. Tim these days is the main kind of unschooled dad, I guess. Like he wakes up, gets their lunches together, sorts out where they're meant to be and what they're doing, while I run my business. But we still, I guess, because my business is only 3 days a week and the kids are around, we still just get so much family time and kind of plan the week to be very flowful and taking any opportunities that we can to make fun stuff happen. In a lot of ways, this is not exactly how I imagined our life to live. To be. I still imagined at this stage that we'd be in the yurts and we'd be very wildish and the kids would be skinning possums and making capes, surrounded by loads of other unschoolers. And I think it's just, I kind of wanted to share a little bit about our story to express how life is full of twists and turns, and the principles are the same. You know, we wanted to raise our kids with autonomy, with liberation, with trust and respect. And the principles have remained the same, but the outworking of it is really quite different. I honestly did not imagine living in a house. But it's a beautiful house and we love it. And we've got loads of time to prioritize the activities that we love to do for both me and Tim as well. And we're both doing work that we really believe in, that our hearts are really in. So I think that's the most important thing about all of this. I'm still, after 6 years, running my disco unschooling program, which is designed to support both parents who are considering unschooling and need to know way more about it, but also parents who are unschooling and they've kind of lost their fizz. They've lost the mojo. They're like forgetting why they're blooming doing it in the first place. And we often have a mixture of both of those parents. We begin next week and it's 5 weeks. It's live, it includes modules and also coaching. We cover pretty much everything you might possibly want to know about unschooling, both the very practical side, but also the deep internal work that you have to do in order to be an unschooler who is doing it with confidence and joy and ease. I'd love you to jump in with Disco. All of the details are in the description. Are you still unschooling? Are you still interested? If you've got questions, I'd love to hear from you.